When I was in that band and on stage, I knew for a fucking fact it wasn't a band. I can say it, when we were at our full powers, it wasn't a band that I was scared to get on stage, any band.
It was fantastic in those early days. The nights we started in Shot and Shell were particularly good.
Our time was no Strokes looking things going on. School blazers and fucking ties and that. We just turned up in fucking Burton's jeans and fucking shirts, sweating, drinking bowl like.
What do you remember about sort of leaving the band then?
I remember not being told about it. I'd seen a poster from Magic Dog gig and I thought, oh, that's interesting.
Really?
Yeah, in the Shot and Shell. And I turned up and Johnny Amos was playing that.
No, I got off to play in the band, so that's what I was doing. If they couldn't be asked to tell, and they probably not mine, so I didn't really give a fuck.
It was a bit weird. I had that Elvis song in my head for ages. No one wants to hire a guitar man.
I was good friends with Aled, and you know, he kept saying to me that the boys and himself wanted me to join the band and that, and I think it hadn't worked out with the last guitar player.
It was a pretty complete band. There was like no weak spots
really,
and you could see that.
Going into 2005, end of 2004, the band was moving, really moving. We did London, we played London, we kicked London in the shins.
Some great songs, you know, good bunch of boys. You know, played some blinding gigs with them and stuff. And we lost Myrian stopped playing drums with us because he went away to Manchester. And it all started there, I think, because we'd lost our vital cog, like, the backbone of the band, like. I suppose after that, then we struggled to find the same sort of, I don't know, strong lineup, I suppose. But by the end, it just got shocking. It's like nobody wanted to be in anymore. Practicing on Sunday morning didn't help either, like. No.
It's sort of heartbreaking, isn't it? That's the one thing. See, you can give everything to a band, and this is the one guarantee you won't ever get anything from it. Like, you know, apart from you're never going to make it on a thing. You got to do it because you're having fun, and the fun fell out of it, like, you know. Just
one of those typical stories you hear in the valleys, I suppose. I mean, dream, you know, everything has to come to an end. Some things last longer than others. I mean,
I remember doing a gig in this is when Myrian was in the band. We were in Dempsey's, and we had an argument about something everyone had, and we turned to each other about, I think it was the last song we were about to do, Monkey Monkey, and we decided during the gig it was going to be the last gig, like we're going to split up, this is the last one, like. So we all smashed our guitars up. Clifford smashed his guitar up at the end of the night, I smashed my bass up against the wall and that, thinking, I don't need it anymore. Walked off, brilliant, like, and it smashed up the Who type thing, like, last gig, won't be better now. And phone call next day, yeah, I'll practice Sunday. Scott, can I lend a bass off you?
Love Psychic Spies.
You and my brother formed a band, didn't you?
Aye, it wasn't just knocking.
It was just knocking about having a laugh.
Just knocking about having a laugh, like.
Me and my brother used to argue, and and he wasn't very good on guitar, and he was singing, and I was losing my rhythm and fucking the songs up a little bit. And we went for a sound check one day, innit? And we go to this fucking club, you know, over Rhondda. I was like, they said, oh, which amp are you in? I was like, oh, I'm that PV one over there, like, innit? And my brother says, aye, don't worry about turning that up. He said, we keep that low, because he's fucking shit, he is. How can we play along somebody like that? So he left.
I just thought, yeah, I'll help you out for a bit, and then went to practice. And I really gelled with the guys, and just jamming a lot.
He was just going to come and fill in for a bit, wasn't he, or something?
Yeah.
I don't know what he was fucking doing, but he ended up staying anyway, like, didn't he?
I had a phone call of Mappy, as it turned out. Didn't know Mappy from Adam. And just some guy going, alright, I've spoken to Pog, and he gave me your number, and apparently you're like, yeah, you're a shit hot drummer, and we need a drummer, like. Fancy doing it, like? I was like, smooth, fuck you.
Gene is such a fantastic drummer. He really listens to what you're playing and like accentuates all the bits you're accenting and stuff. He's,
and they started playing their songs and I was thinking, fucking hell. Oh yes, this is what I want to be doing, like, it's a bit filthy, isn't it?
it was 4 lads writing songs. It wasn't one person. We all had a say on everything, and you felt like a group again, a gang again, and it became some nice stuff.
We had live sessions at the BBC. We had the O'Neill thing, where we had our music played on the O'Neill videos. FOP record single release thing.
For 2 years solid, I mean, we're really going out, and a lot of people talking about big things. We've done a few good things as well, like we played in front of 25,000 people in Cooper's Field.
I remember sat behind the kid thinking, me, because there was just a wall of people going, raw, all night, like, you know, in for every band, even though they didn't know him. It was like, raw, and as soon as the Spice came on, it was like, whoa, even more, like, it was like, I'm Spartacus. It was just crazy, like.
In the big picture, you want to make money out of it. I mean, that's the ideal scenario, isn't it? Is to sort of get it and make money and, you know, make a career out of music, like, innit? But we never made fuck all, did we?
Yeah.
But we had a lot of fun making fuck all, didn't we?
Well, that's what we did. Like,
we fucking did. We fucking did. We had a lot of fun making fuck all. We did.
That does sum it up pretty well, like.
I just remember thinking, fuck, if you want to go anywhere, you've got to be dedicated, like, and I just didn't think we were dedicated enough.
Yeah, at the end of the day, you're playing to a pub full of fucking piss people who are palatic. You know, you can play them fucking Shania Twain and it's sound of business, wouldn't it? You know, and you come off it and...
Smash Shania Twain, eh?
Well, nothing, you went to Shania Twain.
I quite like Shania
Twain. I
look at that fucking CD.
Quite sexy, quite sexy.
None of our looks, none of our music. I don't think I'll ever be in the band again, ever. Ever. But never say never, right?
He was always going to turn into Kelly's band, wasn't he? Kelly phoned me up on the album before, which was cheap, and he said he wanted to produce it, and I said I didn't think it was a good idea. Went into that record, the record sold. Then he wanted to do the same thing again for the next record, and I expressed my opinion, and I didn't think that it was a good idea again. And when I sat in the studio, I just thought that this isn't what I started this band with Kelly for all those years ago. You know, I kind of sat there and I just made my decision, really, when I was making that record, that I was going to leave the band at the end of that touring cycle of that record. Went to Japan, made my beliefs known to the keyboard player. He related that back to Kelly when I told him not to, which he did. Kelly then rang me up from Portugal or whatever. He had flown out in a couple of days early to go on holiday. We were playing a gig there. I was coming out there like a couple of days after him. So I made a decision myself, which was probably the biggest decision of my fucking entire life, to leave the band. And then subsequently, as it's all been said in the press, I flew to America. I had a thing called a perennial abscess. I couldn't play drums, I couldn't sit down. I went to an arse doctor in Beverly Hills. There was only one show left. Steve Gorman had filled in for me, so I flew back to the UK in all anticipation of gearing myself up to do the European leg of this tour. And I had a phone call saying I was sacked from the band. It was just Kelly getting his two pennies in first, really, wasn't it? And you know, the band kind of runs itself the way that Kelly wants it to be run now, doesn't it? You know what I mean? It's nobody questions anything that he does. Nobody questions, you know, if he wants an album cover to look a certain way. That's what happens. The TV stuff I done when it was my holiday time from the Stereophonics. That TV stuff never crossed into any work that we'd done with the Stereophonics, and if Kelly turns on and says anything, he's categorically a fucking liar. My first and foremost job in this life is to play drums in the Stereophonics, and that's what it was. And if he was going to clash with anything, I wouldn't have done it. But I had a great time in that band, the Stereophonics, dude. I just wish it could have worked out in a different way, but you know, it doesn't. So the one thing I've always said is that I think we should do maybe a gig sometime. It's not about me, it's not about Kelly, it's not about Richard, it's not about the Stereophonics. It's about those kids in the front row. That's what it's all about. It's saying some sort of conclusion and say, well look, this is it, job done, close the book, gone.
Well, I think, Andrew was the first to go. He joined another band, Squeezebox, because they were on the verge of being signed and stuff, and he went for that, and you know, good luck to him, like, you know, he wanted to go for that. And we carried on with another guitarist, tried another approach, but like I say, we've gone through about 4 or 5 drummers by then, and we just kind of lost interest in the end, and it just petered out.